The field stretched wide and green under the late afternoon sun, tall grass rippling in the breeze like waves. At the far end, a small community soccer practice was winding down, orange cones scattered, water bottles rolling, kids laughing and chasing one another in loose, joyful circles. 8-year-old Nia Thompson knelt near the sideline, carefully tying her cleats again for the third time. Her hands were small, fingers determined, tongue poking out in concentration. She wore an oversized blue jersey that hung past her shorts and a bright smile that never seemed to fade, even when she struggled. Coach said last goal wins. Someone shouted. Nia jumped up, eyes lighting up, and sprinted back toward the field. That was when the patrol car rolled in. The tires crunched over gravel, slow and deliberate, as if the driver wanted to be noticed. The laughter on the field faltered. A few parents looked up, confused. The car stopped just past the cones, lights off, engine idling. A uniformed officer stepped out. He was tall, broad, sunglasses reflecting the field back at itself. He scanned the area with a tight jaw, hand resting near his belt. His gaze landed on Nia as she chased the ball near the edge of the field. "Hey," he called out sharply. "You, in the blue." Nia slowed, glancing behind her to see who he meant. When she realized it was her, she pointed to herself. "Me, yes, you," the officer said, already walking toward her. "What do you think you're doing?" She swallowed and stopped running. "Playing soccer," she said softly. "This area's not for loitering," he said. "You kids need to clear out." Coach Ramirez jogged over. "Officer, this is a permitted practice. We're almost done." The officer didn't look at him. His eyes stayed on Nia. "What's your name?" She hesitated. "Nia." "Nia what?" "Nia Thompson." He raised an eyebrow. "You live around here?" "Yes, sir," she said, shoulders tense. "Where's your parent?" Nia lifted her arm and pointed toward the parking lot, where a woman was talking to another parent near a black SUV. "My mom's right there." The officer followed her finger, then scoffed. "Uh-huh." Nia's face flushed. "She is." He crouched slightly, lowering himself to her level, but there was nothing gentle about it. "You know, you shouldn't be wandering around fields like this without supervision. Something could happen." Her eyes widened. "I'm not wandering. My mom's watching. She told me to stay with my team." "Well," he said, straightening up, "maybe next time she should do a better job." That's when the laughter fully stopped. A hush spread across the field, the kind that makes even children sense something is wrong. Nia's lip trembled. "My mom takes good care of me." The officer sighed dramatically. "I'm sure she thinks she does." Coach Ramirez stepped in again. "Officer, that's enough. She's 8. The officer finally looked at him. "And I'm enforcing safety." Nia felt tears burn behind her eyes. She blinked hard, refusing to let them fall. "Can I go back to playing now?" The officer paused, then shook his head. "No, practice is over. Pack it up." Nia turned slowly and walked toward the sideline, her cleats suddenly heavy. She sat down, hugging her knees, staring at the grass. That was when her mother looked over. Dr. Maya Thompson had noticed the patrol car a minute ago but hadn't thought much of it, until she saw her daughter sitting alone, shoulders shaking. She excused herself mid-sentence and walked briskly toward the field, her expression sharpening with every step. She saw the officer. She saw the way Nia avoided his gaze. She saw the coach standing stiffly nearby. "What happened?" Maya asked calmly, kneeling beside her daughter. Nia's voice was small. "He said I don't belong here." Maya's jaw tightened. She kissed the top of Nia's head and stood. "Officer," she said evenly. He turned, clearly annoyed. "Yes, I'm her mother." He glanced her up and down, dismissive. "Your child was unattended in a public area." "She was at a supervised practice," Maya replied. "With a permit. With adults present." He shrugged. "Didn't look supervised to me." Maya held his gaze. "You spoke to her disrespectfully." "She needs to learn rules early," he said. "That's how we keep kids safe." Maya took a slow breath. "What's your badge number?" That caught him off guard. "Excuse me, your badge number," she repeated. "And your name." He straightened. "Why?" "Because you just questioned and intimidated a minor without cause." A few parents had started recording now. Phones were out. The officer noticed and scowled. "You people always want to make things difficult," he muttered. Maya didn't flinch. "You don't know who I am," she said quietly. He snorted. "Should I?" "Yes," she said. She reached into her purse and pulled out an ID, holding it up at eye level. His eyes scanned it once. Then again. Then his face changed. "Dr. Maya Thompson, civil rights attorney." Lead Council, State Oversight Committee. The color drained from his face. You're the Thompson. She nodded. The one who's currently investigating multiple complaints involving misconduct toward minors, including one filed last month from this district. Silence fell like a dropped glass. The officer swallowed. I didn't realize. No, Maya said, you didn't realize you were speaking to my child. And that's the problem. The coach exhaled slowly. Parents murmured. Maya turned slightly so Nia could hear her. Sweetheart, did you do anything wrong? Nia shook her head. Maya faced the officer again. Then we're done here. He opened his mouth, then closed it. Be on my way. Before you go, Maya said, voice firm, you're going to apologize. His lips pressed together. He glanced at the phones, the witnesses, the ID still visible. I'm sorry, he said stiffly, looking at Nia. If I upset you. Nia looked up at her mother, who nodded. I wasn't wandering, Nia said quietly. I was playing soccer. Something flickered in the officer's eyes. Shame, maybe. Yes, he said. You were. He walked back to his patrol car and drove away without another word. The field slowly came back to life. Coach Ramirez cleared his throat. All right, kids, last goal still wins. Cheers erupted. Nia stood, wiping her face. Mom, yes, baby, thank you. Maya smiled, kneeling again. You never did anything wrong. Remember that. As Nia ran back onto the field, lighter now, Maya watched her with fierce pride. The sun dipped lower, casting long shadows across the grass, and somewhere down the road, a cop drove away knowing he'd crossed a line. And this time, it had a name, a witness, and a mother who would never let it go.